Hello and welcome to this week's Real Estate Reels. I'm your host, Shelby Neely. We're showing off houses that are for sale in the 4 states. And joining me now is local realtor Jonathan Lundy. Jonathan, thanks so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Sounds like you have some unique properties to show us, but first, this is my favorite part. I like to get to know the realtor. I mean, we see you walking through and describing all these, and we want to know a little bit more about you. It's real casual shows, so
okay. If
you don't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself. Have you always lived in the area? Or are you from
Pretty
there?
much, yep. Always been here since I was 5, so I'm going to call that always in the area. Been in construction, honestly, was my background. So I was in construction for a long time and then decided I wanted to get out of the weather, if I'm being honest, right? Decided I didn't want to be fighting the snow. So got into the real estate sales 13 years ago, and I have enjoyed it ever since.
Oh, that's great. Well, I have a construction family, so I know a lot about all that stuff. That is hard work.
It is a little harder probably on the body than what I do now.
Yeah, it is. That manual labor, it is, and the elements and everything, but you seem like you really love what you do now as well.
I do. I got it honestly from the aspect of building wealth and rental property, I'll admit, right? That was kind of my idea of like, oh, I can help people build wealth. I can do this myself, and really fell in love with helping people just in general, right? Helping people, whether, I really say my team, my goal is to help build stability in housing and build wealth. So that's the idea, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, it works so well together. You're very personal. I'm sure you enjoy the relationships as well, don't you?
I do a lot.
Yeah, it makes a big difference when you really get to know your realtor, and then you probably take good care of yours, and you're with them kind of.
That is the goal.
That's nice that you do that. And you're with the Lundy Group and Keller Williams Realty Elevate. And tell us a little bit about your company as a whole, if you would.
So the Lundy Group in specific, of course, would be my real estate team. What I do, we've got a group of 5 people. They're amazing. We've got an amazing buyer's agent, Reagan. If you see her running around, she's absolutely fantastic. And we just got a small but mighty team. We've sold hundreds of homes. You know, when I say hundreds, I mean every year over 100 homes for many years running. And we've got a great team, great culture back there, and we love it.
That makes a big difference, doesn't it? Because, you know, the people you work with, you see them more than you see your family.
You do.
You might as well really like them.
You might as well enjoy being around them.
And enjoy being with them. So I'm sure that makes a big difference. And it sounds like, I don't know how many is a lot of homes to sell in a year, but 100 plus sounds like a lot to me.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of homes. So are there certain types of homes that you specialize in, or a certain area?
No, so I would say, I always joke that it's within an hour of Joplin, right? If I can drive there, and my joke is that if your sign falls over and I can't drive over and put it back in the yard, that's a problem, right? We're a little too far away. And I don't like just saying and I'm glad you can cut that, because I just had to say that for fun. Now.
I can even just ask you that one again if you want
do it, yes.
And I've got a frog in my throat. So that gave me a chance to stop and do that. Okay.
Priscilla's rolling her eyes right now.
Yeah, she's probably, it gives them cheap entertainment. You know, it does. Man, I cannot get rid of this. Excuse me. Okay. Tell me a little bit about if there are certain types of homes that you really specialize in, or is it just the vast majority? How does that work?
So great question. Really, we specialize in just residential homes. So honestly, in this area, it's a great market. So I don't want it to sound bad. It's a great market, but we're not necessarily a massive market. And so we specialize in anything residential. I touch a little bit of commercial. Most of the time when I get a call on commercial, though, I call some great friends who do that at a high level and work with them. So we do just focus more on the residential side.
Yes, and I know you really love your work. You can really tell that, and I bet it is fun to find the perfect person in the perfect house.
Fun and challenging.
Yes. How long sometimes does it happen right away, and then sometimes do you think we're never going to find this, and then all of a sudden, it just happens?
Yes, absolutely. Especially I feel like over the last year, we're coming off of 2020, 2022, right? Those were amazing years. And by amazing, I mean you put a home on the market and it's sold. Yeah. Over the last few years, it's definitely been a lot more, I want to say work, but I truly mean just like working for our client and going, finding that buyer. So I do enjoy that part.
Yes,
that's really what fires me up. I enjoy that
when
part.
It really comes together. And we think about a lot of people always wanting to buy a home. Now, what do you do for somebody who's ready to sell a home?
Now, are you talking like advice? What are we thinking right now in today's market?
What would you like to say to them? If you give somebody, say, I'm ready to sell my home, where do I start?
Well, bottom line, I like to say it's a price war and a beauty contest.
Okay.
So it's a great market. It's a beauty contest. It is a great market. But buyers are truly paying today more than they've ever paid. They're paying more than their friends paid. They're paying more than their family paid. The market has continued to rise. And the cost of money, that interest rate, is still at an all-time high. So buyers are admittedly, and I would say rightfully so, a little picky. So that's the beauty contest part, right? When you're going to go on the market, you want to make sure that you are best foot forward, almost now more than ever. I mean, I've been doing it 13 years.
Really?
Almost now more than ever. And it is a price war, right? We are coming off of a market that was just incredible. And by that, I mean prices were soaring. They were going up faster than anybody had seen in recent history in our area. And they're still going up, but they're not going up at the same level. So it is a price war. It's beginning to look around going, okay, what is my competition doing? And make sure I'm situated in such a way that they're going to come buy my home and not my neighbors. So it is a price war, keeping your price in the market, and a beauty contest, making sure you look the best.
And there's simple things you can do that, you know, that everybody needs to get that fresh coat of paint on that front door, clean up some things that, you know, just taking those few extra steps. Does that really make that big of a difference for somebody?
Absolutely does. It absolutely does. There's studies that say even staging a home can bring upwards of 10% more. I'm not going to dive into that because I'm not an expert on the studies. And I would
like
say,
to see that. You know, I like to see it staged.
It makes a difference.
Picture my stuff there, but with it, you know, instead of just an empty house. Yeah.
And when you said like that fresh coat of paint on the front door, I tell all my clients when you're selling your home, you need to make sure that that curb appeal, that front door, that front porch is immaculate. I like to joke around with my clients a little bit. I have fun with it. And I say, if you can imagine when that realtor is showing the home, they're on your front porch and they're fumbling with the key. And what's the buyer doing? The buyer's just sitting there going, looking around. So you've got to make sure that first impression that while they're standing on your front porch is immaculate.
Yeah, because if you're going to take the time to clean up a little bit, you've probably taken the time inside.
Yes.
And if you haven't, they're going to notice that.
100%. If they come in already going, oh, look at that, look at that, they're now looking for what's the next thing.
Sure, they are. So you don't want any strikes against you.
No strikes.
That was
no
really
strikes
good.
at the beginning.
Yeah, that's really good advice. So now let's take a look at some of the homes that are up for sale.
All right, if you've ever wanted to own an iconic Webb City historic home, this is your chance. We're at 22 Pennsylvania, and we're gonna take a walk through. You'll notice as we go through original hardwoods, original woodwork, it is amazing throughout. As we come through the entryway and step into a sitting room, one thing I do want to point out is the doors. We've got the original sliding doors here to separate the rooms in fantastic condition and amazing woodwork. Stepping into the side room here, this is going to be a living room, a family room. And one of the iconic features here is the fireplace that was actually cast in 1897. The home was built, of course, a little later, not many years later, but we've got quite the piece of history here. Stepping into the library, which is a smaller room here. Of course, it's got the bookshelves, at one time showcased all the books that the owner owned, and of course can showcase yours. There are some updates to the home, although it is a historic home and many of the features have been preserved and maintained. The owner has done some updates, as you'll see in this kitchen. They've gone through, put in, of course, new cabinets, tried to preserve the feel. We've got the granite countertops. One thing I do want to show is the owner did preserve what would be I believe the servants' pantry, or how they would actually serve the main family. They could put the food in here, and we'll go into the dining room here in a second where the family could actually grab the food from there and put it on the table. Stepping into the dining room now. Once again, this has been preserved. There have been a few changes. The doorway we actually just walked through was originally over here, going into the kitchen. And the homeowner actually moved this over here just to make the home flow better. As you can see, we talked about the butler's pantry, the servant's pantry here, where they could serve the food, came in, of course, into the main dining room. Another thing you'll notice throughout the house is the heat is actually boiler heat. Once again, this is original, or many of the parts are original, and there's actually still a water boiler in the home that heats it in great condition, and it's actually great heat. All right, now that we have checked out the main floor, let's take a look at the upstairs. All right, right, now we're up on the second level. First thing you're gonna notice is the sitting area here where families could come up and of course enjoy time before they retired to the bedrooms. Welcome, I am Jonathan Lundy with the Lundy Group Real Estate Team. We're out here near Carthage at 9895 County Lane 93. We've got a fantastic home for you today. So just coming in the entry, we're gonna walk you through. First thing we're gonna see is the formal dining area. You can do breakfast, you can do dinner, all of this right here. We're gonna step right into the kitchen. We've got a really spacious kitchen. Lots of counter space if you like cooking like I do. You've got plenty of space for prep, plenty of space to entertain, and you can see all the cabinets floor to ceiling here. After that, we're gonna step into the owner's suite where we've got a gigantic room, a lot of space. We've got the bathroom, so we'll see that here in just a second. But I want you to pan around, take a look at this. Got windows looking outside at the yard. I may not have mentioned this place comes with 4 acres and a lot of shop space. We'll talk about that in a minute. As we go here into the suite section, we've got the double vanity and then an amazing bathtub and shower section. All right, now that we've seen the owner's suite side, let's take a look at the living features of the home. This is a fantastic home again with a large living area here. You can see the living room, great for entertaining. Got a little alcove over here. This could be your breakfast nook. This could be your office area. This could be the playroom, whatever you want to call it, maybe even the coffee bar. So check out the bedrooms over here, the guest bedrooms and the guest bath. Now that you've seen the house, we want to show you one of the coolest features of the house or the property is that we've got 4 acres with multiple shops, including an airplane hangar. Welcome to 214 East 4th Street, the 4th Street Lofts. We've got a fantastic property to show you today. This is apartment 303. It's currently on the market at $269,000. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath property featuring everything from original brickwork and original features with the building to modern amenities. It's been brought up to date and remodeled, of course, and what you're getting to enjoy today. This property comes with its own private gym. It comes with private parking, storage area, as well as an amazing outdoor space. And that's not to mention being right off of historic Joplin downtown. One of the features about this property is having access to this amazing deck and amazing view of Joplin and downtown. With this, of course, comes grill equipment. You can have some friends over. You can, of course, cook your food and enjoy everything there is here.
Those were such unique homes. If someone saw something that they really liked or wanted to talk to you more about buying or selling, how do they get in touch with you?
Best way is to reach out to my team. We have a team line, and it's going to be 417-208-9633. They can text, they can call at any time. If they call at midnight, we're probably not going to answer, but we will get with them the next day.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, that was neat to see. It was nice to talk with you for a little bit too. So thanks so much for joining us and showing off some of the homes of the area, and we'll see you next time on Real Estate Reels.